It's been quite a day, ladies and gentlemen. So let's work towards wrapping it up. And whom other should we do this with than our very host for today and also for tomorrow, Phenix Capital Group, represented here by its chief executive, Dirk Meuleman.
Thanks, Manuel.
Dirk, thank you for hosting us and thank you for inviting the audience to such a fabulous event. It's been very impressive, as always, as all the other years before. Why don't you help us remember a few key messages? Just share with us your main observations for the day, your most important insights.
Yeah, thanks, Manuel. I mean, today we focused on climate and the urgency of the climate crisis. And what the takeaway for me is to see how many subsets there are to that issue. I mean, we go from the Net Zero Asset Owner Alliance and inviting more people to join there, to also discussing emerging markets. We discuss biodiversity and the potential cost of inaction in that regard. But also we discuss better data for impact fund managers that they want to get from their portfolio companies. And finally, also aligning with the regulatory agenda, which has become very clear, especially here in Europe, where they want to see our whole financial sector move towards.
So we've seen quite a bit indeed. But you know, this is still very complex. If you had to condense it all into one key message, the one big thing you would love your audience to remember, what would that be, Dirk?
Well, I love Jamie Broderick's quote in the panel earlier today, where he said, we are all on the transition path towards net zero. Some of us are just leading the charge, and some of us are just more lagging. But in the end, as a financial sector, we're all moving towards that net zero goal.
That quote struck me as well. I won't add to that. And can you give us a bit of an outlook of what we will do tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow will be quite a different day because we'll be looking at the social aspects of impact investing. So diversity, inclusion, we will look at human rights, which is more and more of an emerging topic. And finally, we will wrap that all up by looking at how to integrate the SDGs across the entire portfolio, across the entire balance sheet. And I think that is, that's one of the most inspiring movements we're seeing in this time. Seeing some of the asset owners really taking the step to work it all throughout their entire investment portfolio.
I'm curious. Let's see what tomorrow will bring. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. This was Dirk Meuleman, CEO of the Phenix Capital Group, and our host.